Okay, this video is using the mixed clicks spreadsheet, if you can remember that from last year, and we're going to have a look at VLOOKUP. There's a couple of different variations of VLOOKUP. I'll go through the two options separately. So the first thing that we were looking at here is a whole lot of payment details. So you've got normal pay, overtime pay, and there's a particular pay rate based on what the title of the person is. So for example, a manager is getting paid $25 an hour. Someone that's senior, they're paying $20, and junior is $17.50. So we've got a value there, and we need to get the corresponding pay rates. So we can use an if statement, and we'd have to code it in everywhere and test for all values, if it's a manager or senior or junior, or we can use the VLOOKUP function to find the particular values. So the way we would do that is we'll use the VLOOKUP, type that in, and when I put the bracket, you will see it'll actually give me an indication of what details it needs. So the first thing it needs is the actual value I'm going to use to look up this table. Okay, so as I said, we want to use the manager, so I can just type that in, the comma, and now where is the table of values I want to look up to find the actual rate? So that's these pay rates down here, and comma, and then which column out of those pay rates do I actually want to get my value from? So you can see the manager, the details are in the first column, and the rates are actually in the second column, so I'll put a 2 there. And then you can see that there are two options here. There's an approximate match and an exact match. So the question is, do I want to get an exact match of the value in B2 against column 1 of this table? And in this case I do. I want to find the one that matches exactly with the manager. Okay, so if I do false, it will look up that value. So as you can see, it's $25. I'll actually make those all dollar amounts so you can, it looks the same, just formatting. As you can see, it is the same value. Now I can drag that down to the next cell, and you'll notice we've got an error, and the reason is, if you look up here, the cell that it's looking for the table are now L17 to M19, which is actually these three cells. What's happened is that the lookup table that we're looking in is actually dropped down because we've dropped our formula down one row. So we'll go back to the first one. So what we actually want to do is we want to lock that table in, so we always look in the same area. Now F4 will do it, or you can just type in the dollar. So if I pressed F4, it will automatically put the dollar in there. So just F4 and it'll actually do that for me, or you can type in the dollars. So this is saying I want to always look in L16, so column L, row 16 to M18, and enter. Okay, still no change, but the big difference now is when I drag that down, you can see that the values are all now looked up. So when it's senior, it's 20, and if I was to change a value, so if I change this one to junior, it automatically changes it back to $17.50, which is the rate for the junior. So there you've got the first part of the VLOOKUP when we are doing an exact match.